Hello and welcome to Xena Warrior Podcast Minisodes! My name is Vera and I'm joined, as always, by my two vulcanized co-hosts, Katie.
Hi.
And Livy.
Hi. Why vulcanized? Because we're rubber?
Yes, and I'm glue, and whatever sticks to me, I don't know the saying. No, it's because we're watching Star Trek, but this is not a Star Trek podcast, so, but I made a little hee when I saw it.
On the list?
That reminds me
list.
about that Buffy gag about the volcanologist.
Yes, that was the best. Yes, that was the best. We are recording an episode today, and it is surprise to everyone because it's number one Xena, and we just did a Xena one.
That's right. We've already broken the pattern that Katie promised we were definitely going to break.
I told you.
Yeah, and but number two is that this is technically no one's request, but our own.
It's our request.
The podcast no one asked for.
Yeah, which is hilarious because we're doing best Xena episodes of Xena,
it just
Warrior
felt
Princess.
Correct.
Yes, after the best of
Gabs
Gabs
one.
Yeah.
Like, how could we not?
That's right.
All right.
But I do feel like this is a harder
it's a little bit
challenge because the show is Xena.
So, like, really the whole show, so bye. We're done.
As if the whole show wasn't about Gabrielle, too.
That's true. It's
But
like,
you have to admit that there are more episodes that are focused on Xena. I mean, I think we really came to this conclusion when going through Gabrielle episodes. It's actually hard to find one that's like Gabs driven.
Absolutely.
Whereas Xena Eps, oh my god.
thankfully, there's
be
not
a
a
lot of
problem like that on the X-Files because there's plenty of Scully Eps.
Yes, thank God.
That's true. Hooray.
All right, before we get to Best of Xena, the podcast, some announcements.
Oh.
Number one, we will be taking a tiny hiatus after this episode
Okay.
due to scheduling issues within the podcasters' lives.
How dare
That
we?
makes it sound like we're really bad at scheduling, which is not
It just
true.
happens, man. 3 schedules is rough.
Yeah, it is.
And
I think, we've done pretty good.
Yeah. So, we'll be back whenever we're back. I think probably early April.
Yeah, early April is the target.
Yeah. And then our second announcement is a lot more fun, which is that, as you know, nations were announced for Xena Retreat, and we are immortals!
I don't know what this is.
Immortals!
Yeah.
Immortals!
We can't do that.
Immortals! Spread the word, immortals! We're listening! That's the new chant!
Which is the new nation. I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, we love that it's a brand new nation that we're gonna help establish. Yeah.
Become number one?
Maybe. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Hopes not too high. Please.
Immortals number
dear.
one!
Oh dear. Anyway, all the nations are great.
All the nations are great. We are, former
Partial.
cutthroats, and that was rough for me
I know.
to transition
To leave the cutthroats.
from cutthroats. Yeah, because I didn't want to. It just kind of happened.
It is what has happened, but
Yes.
we're very excited about it.
We're very excited.
And I love the
And
color.
as we know, Callisto became an immortal.
Indeed.
herself.
Wait. What
So-
are the colors?
Black.
Yeah.
We wear black. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Because that's all I wear already.
It's just like our normal clothes.
we can rock some black.
Yeah. So yeah.
But
we are
yeah,
excited.
Callisto's an immortal. Aphrodite is an immortal.
Yes.
Ares.
Yep.
Is an immortal as well. So is Poseidon.
Oh, you
I'm gonna be a big water blob
Oh.
with a trident.
Interesting.
That's very exciting. We know how much you love King. What is his name? Triton.
Triton, yes.
Yeah, you love that
Hello.
guy. Yeah, he
Yup.
could be your style model.
Oh, so many different hilarious gods to choose from. So praise Calliope that
Praise
we are.
her.
We'll be bringing the ambrosia.
Yes, we sure are. All right. Shall we focus on
The best
Xena.
of Xena from the show Xena.
yes.
Oh
Yes.
no. Okay, what is the goal here?
Okay, yeah, I think we have to be a little more focused about this. Unlike the Gabs ones, where like I said, there aren't really all that many. I think we should try to limit ourselves just because it's a good challenge.
Okay.
Let's try to agree together on 10 episodes.
I already failed.
You don't have to rank them.
Okay.
Just 10.
It's a fail.
One.
You haven't
the
even
three
tried.
Of us
I can already
mutually,
tell you.
Not 3 separate lists.
No. Let's try to make one together.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Xena Warrior
This is-
Podcast, best episodes
Z.
of Xena from the show Xena
About
Warrior.
Xena, not
Princess.
objectively the best episodes of Xena.
Right, the best Xena episodes.
And again, with our conversation about Gabs, like,
So,
not-
like, wait a second.
what?
It could be a Xena episode, but it's, like, not good, and so you don't put it?
Well, if it's an episode that does a lot for Xena's character, but somehow isn't...
Like, for instance, I
don't
can already
know.
tell you, I don't really like the Ring trilogy, but
the
it's
Ring-
about fucking Xena.
I guess so. All
Is
right.
it going on the list?
Ground rules.
Okay.
Do 2-parters or 3-parters count?
We
As
will
one.
count them
One.
as one.
Shit.
That's my one little loosening of the rule.
Okay.
They count as one.
All
But
right.
don't you be claiming things are 2-parters or 3-parters that are not called part 1 and part 2. Don't you don't try to pass off the whole ripped.
Rip one entirely as one.
Technically, the Ring trilogy is not called part 1.
Yeah.
That's true, but all right, we'll allow the Ring trilogy.
There's a lot of trilogies
We'll allow
going on,
the
guys.
debt. We'll allow
Yeah.
Sin Trade.
All
They're
right.
one.
All right.
So we're going to allow everything, and this is going to fail. Okay, let's begin.
I am so excited.
Let me begin by saying the Hercules. I was gonna say
Oh my
not
God.
trilogy, but because I was only gonna say
Gauntlet.
the Warrior Princess and the Gauntlet, and then Unchained Heart can go fuck itself because his magical peen
And
fixes
she has
her.
that stupid hair in it too.
Yeah, so it can go
Does-
Kabowski the bangs. No.
That just in general, just eliminate Hercules all episodes from existence.
It's true that we
because
said
it's so-
Xena episodes from the show Xena Warrior Princess. That
You
was
can't.
part of
the most
prompt.
crucial episode
was
is
part of the
technically the
prompt.
Gauntlet.
But what about
It was part of the
other
prompt, Vera.
episodes like kind of reference the Gauntlet?
Yeah, those are permitted.
So Sins of the Past.
You can
Let's
use.
begin.
Would you like Sins of the Past?
I want the Gauntlet.
Like, you can put a pin in the Gauntlet for the list. I'll allow it for now. If we're starting with
right.
an empty list,
Yeah.
you can put the Gauntlet on it and just watch it
Yes.
blink
Sing.
go off
All
the
right,
list.
I am. I'm
Liv is literally
it
writing the
down.
list down.
The Gauntlet.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's how you spell Gauntlet.
Yeah.
All right.
Sins of the Past.
Also, Sins of the Past.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna
okay,
blow
so-
your load on season 1.
Guess what I was gonna put next?
Reckoning.
No.
Chariots of War.
Yes. Because it was
can't.
crucial for her.
That blue dress.
That blue dress of heterosexuality.
Oh man, I'm not gonna write that down.
There is no way that Sins of the Past can fall off the list. Can it?
I don't.
Whoa,
I think
whoa.
it's. I'm
Establishes
gonna say
everything.
it's possible it could fall off the list.
You guys are crazy.
Interesting. She meets Gabrielle. It's like life-changing,
Cyrene is in it.
event.
Cyrene's in it. She's a bitch to her.
Yeah, it's
That's
great.
important.
Really good. We learn about stuff.
Why are you trying to put this on the list?
Sins of the Past?
Yeah, like off
I'm
of
just
it? You're
saying
trying
we
to get
can't
it
just
off?
read.
No,
I
she's
just
saying
need to-
she
we need
says
to make
Sins
a
of the
week-
Past can't be removed from the list.
No one's trying to remove it.
Okay, I'm saying, I feel like we should make a little bit of a case for things.
Yes.
Okay.
Not just read through all the episode titles of the program.
Yes.
I made a case for the blue dress of heterosexuality.
Yes, and then you were vetoed.
Yes, because it's a dumb episode.
Yeah.
I would say Sins of the Past is a Xena episode way more than it's a Gabrielle episode, despite obviously setting up very important Gabrielle
Indeed.
beats.
Indeed.
It feels like Xena's choices kind of drive that episode. Though, of course, Gabrielle's choice to go after Xena is...
You know what? Same rules apply
Secretly
as last
crucial.
time. Don't even mention Gabrielle.
But yeah, I mean, like that, for me, that moment where she, like, arrives home and sees the women doing that, I forget, are they doing the harvest or
Yeah.
the laundry?
Well, probably everything.
They're doing yoga?
But yeah, that to me is just such a beautiful moment. And,
Yes.
And yeah, one of the greatest things about Sins of the Past is how it takes the time for these like small character moments where you really like feel like you get Xena.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
such a great pilot episode.
So okay, it's on the list right now. The list is The Gauntlet and Sins of the Past, basically
Yes.
the first episodes
Yep.
of any
That's
Xena.
Pretty
in
good.
media.
Pretty good.
All right,
Next.
I if we're trying to be real, really careful here, I would probably go right to Callisto.
That's my season 1 watch list.
I mean, there are other things that I think are, like how you were saying that an episode doesn't have to be good to qualify for this list. I would say something like Ties That Bind is actually a really important Xena episode. She's tempted. She falls off the wagon in that one. Like, it's a pretty major, moment for the character. But I'm not going to put it on the list because I'm sure it'll get pushed off.
Sweet. I don't want to be wrong because now it's been a while. Is that the one where Gabs hits her with a stick?
Yes.
Back to her senses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah. And her daddy drama, which, is maybe not my favorite aspect of the show, but was pretty key in those early seasons. Yeah. It was a good, it's a good episode. It's not a great episode. So I'm sure it wouldn't stay
I
on
feel
the
like
list.
this is the thing. This is the thing about building this list as opposed to maybe
the Gabrielle one.
Gabs-centric, is that I don't think we're gonna need to put episodes that are terrible on this list. Because
Hey, are you
there's so
suggesting
many
we put
good
a
ones.
terrible episode on the Gabs
Yes,
list?
we
No,
did.
I don't think we
What
did
are you
either. I don't think we did. I just mean there seems to be some kind of
Cinderella.
No,
Doesn't
we didn't.
belong on the list,
I'm
Cinderella.
just saying that there seems to be a discussion here of if it's good character stuff, but maybe not a great episode, it can go on the list. But I don't think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, I just think there was
this could be
too
great all
many
around.
great things to choose
And this
from.
is also, don't forget that you can't put stuff like Warrior Princess because it's Lucy being awesome, but it's not
It's not a great Xena
Right,
episode.
this is not a Lucy Lawless
Best of Lucy.
showcase top.
I mean,
That's
we
a
could do
whole
that in
different-
another episode of the podcast. Sure.
Yeah. Also, The Reckoning might have been a solid option, but there too, I feel like it's almost more about setting up Ares than it is
Yeah, that's an
Xena-
Ares episode, and he looks
Xena
dumb
drama. I mean, there's good Xena drama in it, but I would say Ties That Bind is juicier Xena drama.
I think a lot of these episodes in season 1 have juicy Xena stuff in it, but
Because we're
are you gonna
learning.
put the Black
Yeah.
Wolf on
Little
there?
nuggets.
No,
or what is it, Mortal Beloved?
Yeah.
Lots of nuggets of
there's
Xena's
nuggets
story.
of Xena, but you can't put it on this definitive list, I guess.
Oh, Mortal Beloved, Marcus and stuff.
Yeah, Marcus. I mean,
That's a big
it's
one.
nice.
her
It
relationship
is
with
good.
Marcus is pretty important.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
should we amend the list? And
Would
put
you
that
like to
one
put
on
Mortal
it?
Beloved or
I mean, you could put some of these down.
Yeah, let's
and
put them and then
see
we'll
how many we
get
have
rid of
see
them.
what sticks?
Yeah.
as
All
an
right.
honorable mention.
Yeah,
So,
'cause that
do
one
you
is
think
important.
Mortal Beloved or actually the one where she meets Marcus, which is Path Not Taken?
Oh, dang.
I might choose Path Not Taken over Mortal Beloved. But,
Okay, one of them.
all right.
One of them.
Okay, yeah, this is clearly going to stay. When we're I don't know what I'm of.
Yeah.
So, Path Not Taken.
Oh, yeah, I just want the good stuff. Oh, shit.
So should I put
got some
Ties
wild
That
cards.
Bind on there, or have we already basically deleted it?
Is it?
I'm going to put
Just
it on
write
there.
it down.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
I
Our
have
list is
something
gonna
to
just
say.
become 20, isn't it?
No, we have to delete until we get to 10.
Okay, we'll put it on then, and we'll delete it
Exactly.
later. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Cool. So, did you want to say something, Katie?
No, you can say Callisto. Go
Yes,
ahead.
Callisto.
But then now I'm gonna say what I was thinking of is more that just all of the good. I mean, there's so much. I'm not just saying that everything is the same. That's not what I'm saying at all. Now this is gonna sound bad. Maybe I should stop talking. But I feel like Callisto and her antagonistic relationship with Callisto is such an amazing distillation of everything and her past, and she has caused problems for so many people, and here is a representative in Callisto that maybe you don't need all these little other things.
Yeah.
You have Callisto on
It's
the list,
true.
and that is the.
Callisto is
But that's
sort
so
of
different
a
from Marcus.
combination.
I'm not saying it's the same as Marcus. That's why I'm
Yeah.
I'm just talking.
But it's
You're talking about Ties That Bind.
it is some similarities
Or no,
in
The
terms
Reckoning,
of the
sorry.
issues. Yeah, it's just
Yeah. No, Callisto
she's just
is
the perfect kind of vessel for
Yes.
all of
A vessel.
Xena's angst
Yeah.
about her past.
Yes,
you
that's
have
what I'm
these
trying to say.
other versions of it,
Right.
but they're not as good.
right.
I think
Yeah.
I think the problem is gonna be how many Callisto episodes are we gonna put on the list.
Well, we'll see,
That's gonna
won't
tell.
we?
All right, moving on. Death Mask. Huge for Xena.
It is huge.
Huge.
But isn't part of its issue is that it's actually not, I mean, there's the one great monologue she gives, but it's it's not that much of a Xena episode. It should be more dramatic
Yeah, it's
than
about
it is.
Taurus.
Yeah. It's like
Yes, it's a piece of poop, so don't put it on.
yeah, it's weirdly not
But
personal enough.
I mean, he is her brother, so not personal. And they're dealing with the guy who caused it all.
Yeah.
Not personal at all.
Nope. I can't even remember his name, which
Yeah,
I'm
what was
glad
it?
about.
Dang, the guy who attacked.
attacked
Yeah. Oh
Amphipolis.
man.
Cortez.
Cortez. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want it on the list just because, we try to erase this episode from existence.
We definitely don't want to be reminded that Xena has a living brother.
Does not. So, let's just, mention it, but not put it on the list.
Okay. Done.
So, thankfully, we have a palate cleanser here, which is there a doctor in the house? This time it can go on the list.
Right. We said it did not
is
qualify
not a
as a
Gabrielle
Gabs episode.
but it is a Xena episode. Fuck yeah.
I will put it on there. Yeah, it's really the first time you see vulnerability. I mean, you see it in Callisto too, but intense vulnerability from Xena. That's a big moment.
Oh my god. Season 2 already is so difficult. We're going to have it rough later.
Well, deleting's easier than adding.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay. All right, moving on to season 2. I mean, you have to...
Orphan of War is some really great
Yeah, Orphan of War.
Xena acting.
Also, it's her son. That's fucking important.
Introduction.
I'm gonna put it. It's gonna get deleted for sure because it really isn't that great of an episode. It's about the Ixion stone.
Shit.
As you know, that is the most crucial stone out of all of Xena.
No, you said that and I automatically crossed it off.
Oh,
But yeah,
fuck.
you're right.
All right, remember...
And obviously
Solon.
there's better Solon drama later.
True.
But it is important.
It's hugely
an
important.
character.
It's like, hello,
Setting up
Xena's a
something
son.
important doesn't necessarily
make it good
best.
or important even. We talked about Remember Nothing for Gabs.
Yeah.
It could also be a Xena ep, but
I mean,
it's dealing with things.
quite a huge Xena
Yeah.
ep when you think about it.
Yeah.
More so than Gabs. Gabs is a part of it.
right. I only called it out for sort of thematic reasons.
Yeah, but it is huge for Xena as it is her chance to sort of not lead the life that she's been leading, and her brother's there, the good one, not the bad one from Death Mask.
And the moral dilemma of it.
Yeah,
which,
so it's technically a huge Xena episode when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it should go on the list until it's deleted.
All right.
I would say it's going to get deleted, only in the sense that it doesn't later serve I guess it doesn't for her character development. Never mind.
It's more
there's no long term.
It's a bigger version of trying on the dress of heteronormativity.
Right, which is why Chariots of War is not on the list.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So now Return of Callisto.
Well, obviously we want that on the list.
Yeah, that one stays.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
make a case.
Explain.
Because this is the episode where, while it's a huge Gabrielle episode, did we put that on the Gabrielle?
Yeah, it was on the Gabs
it's
list
a huge
too.
Gabrielle episode.
One of the rare episodes that is going to cross over both lists.
Exactly.
A lot of Gabs going on in here.
Yeah.
However, it is the one where Xena chooses to let her die.
Yeah.
And that's quite important.
It's a huge moment. In a way, it's kind of going back to what we were saying about how some of these less good episodes have similar beats. Xena in Ties That Bind kind of going dark.
Yeah.
Prefigures this, which is a much more convincing moment of darkness. It's not just oh no, her switch has been flicked to evil. It's a much more
and it's a moral, it's like a moral dilemma. She chose
Get the stick.
get the stick. She chose to do that, so it's more of it was a philosophical conundrum even for her.
It was. And she felt bad about it in the moment, which is great.
And later.
Very human. And also later. Yeah. It's one of those things where when Gabrielle's drama is at its highest, it's the push and pull.
Yeah.
Xena's is too, that great scene where Gabs wants Xena to teach her how to fight. And it's just even though that is in many ways a scene about Gab, she's kind of the mover and the shaker of that scene. Xena's reactions are kind of the heart of it.
She also does that. Was it the first time she does her praying? Oh, yes.
Right.
So,
The light in her face.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one stays. Or the list has to expand.
No, the list can't
No,
expand.
the list can't expand.
All right. Here she comes, Miss Amphipolis.
I mean, if you want to talk about Xena and femininity, Xena and gender.
Right.
But yeah, probably not in terms of Xena's actual character.
Yeah.
But right after that, you have Destiny.
Destiny has to go onto the list, not off of it.
Destiny feels like it's staying on the list.
Destiny's huge.
I mean, it's the first of the sort of big flashback episodes, and they're so great.
Yeah, and also it's
Yeah.
like entirely like learning about Xena,
Yeah.
like entirely
Yeah.
about that. So
It's just so rich. You really see, the difference between who Xena was and who she's become, and kind of everything in between.
yeah, plus like the start of understanding understanding her really.
Yeah.
10 winters ago.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the big moment where she like kind of chooses evil, so to speak,
She's evil.
is you know, like just I get shivers just imagining the look on her face there.
And of course her crucifixion, which is
Obviously,
major for her character.
one of the biggest.
It is.
I'm being sarcastic.
This first one.
This is sarcastic voice.
There's many
This
crucifixions.
is sarcasm.
The red dress of seduction to go with the blue
Oh,
dress
shit.
of heterosexuality.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It has to
Against
stay.
Caesar, man.
What about these next
I was gonna
ones?
say,
Jump.
I don't think either the quest or A Necessary Evil is all that much of a Xena episode. I mean, obviously she's in them.
Good, good.
But I wouldn't think to put either of them on there.
Yeah.
Then you have A Day in the Life, which we did put for Gabs.
But we weren't being so hardcore.
We were
Yeah.
not being
Yeah,
hardcore
no.
for the
With
Gabs
the list
apps.
process.
No,
It's true. It's because we're hardcore like this because it's a lot harder for Xena because you could put so many
Yeah,
episodes.
it would just be talking about every single one.
Yeah.
I would not put this.
I will not put it. I don't think it's a Xena episode.
I'm okay with not putting it.
It's an ensemble piece.
Ensemble. It's, and then at the end of the day, you're seeing important parts of their lives, but ultimately that is what it is. Like, it's not like...
It's not, it's not adding...
If it adds a ton
That's true, it's
to, like,
adding
their
kind of
character
fun.
and their
Yeah.
relationship. So if you took it away, it would be very sad. But, just in terms of, like, a Xena narrative character study of top tens, I don't know that that's the aim.
We finally found
Of
one
the
list that A Day in the Life can't get itself on. It's probably on every other list.
Aw,
right?
shit.
Because, I mean, it is the best one at doing that, though. Like, just their day to day.
Yeah, you're right that I was about to say, like, well, it's not adding anything we didn't already know about the characters, but it's actually pretty eye-opening. It is a pretty major kind of...
They're even cuter than we thought they were.
There's so much nuance, that it adds. And you're sort of seeing a goofy side of Xena that you don't normally see. But I
don't think it
should be on the
if
list.
you wrote it down, it would fall off.
Yeah, it just...
But it's funny because you wrote down, like, chariot.
some nonsense.
I made her write that down. I think that's important.
Excuse me, I never wrote down
fault.
chariots.
Ah, shit, she didn't write it down. Never
You
mind.
can write it down and it'll fall off. It'll go away.
There's too many that are going to fall
I
off.
feel like we've already made a
Yeah,
case for why
yeah.
it's not on the list.
Okay.
So it's not.
Okay.
What about our honorable mentions?
What about...
Sure.
No.
It's been mentioned honorably.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
What about our fave Ulysses?
No.
I'm never putting Ulysses on any list that is worst eps ever.
Blind Faith? Xena being blind.
No.
No.
The price, though.
The price is real. That's
It's a
real.
great Xena episode, and I'm rooting for it to take it all the way.
Oh, shit. It might.
Wait.
might.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
would you want it to be at your tippity top?
It's the first time we've really seen Xena kind of at the head of an army in a way that isn't just glorifying it. And I just love all the juicy moral dilemmas of it. I feel like, again, like as the show like kind of gets more depth, like you get a much better sense of what it actually means for Xena to make a poor decision. You know, again, like kind of moving away from the, oh no, her ear switch got set to evil to this more like, you know, like the slow slide of pragmatic decisions that leads her to this really bad mental space that she's in the prize. Yeah, I think it's just a great episode of the show in general, and it also happens to just be a really important Xena episode.
Yeah.
And a Gabs episode.
Agreed.
We mentioned it for Gabs as well.
Agreed.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Moving on to season 3.
Yeah, we are. Uh-oh. It's all right. Well,
Stars intense.
I mean, we are definitely out of Baby Town Frolics land.
Yeah, this one's gonna be rough. We're gonna get real
Woo!
difficult things.
Oh, boy. The Furies.
Yes.
I would make a case for the Furies.
I think we're all making a case for the Furies.
Yeah. Obviously, my love, Cyrene, is there.
Yeah, but
And-
it's also Xena being attacked by the Furies, so her like mental state is off.
Right, but you hate that because her mental state is Stooges.
Ah, shit! I forgot that it was Stooges. I'm just remembering the drama parts.
Drama parts are very good.
Like there is like a drama part.
there's
about it,
there's a lot of drama.
but there is a lot of Stooge. Yes.
Yeah, and obviously, it, like literal, like capital D drama in that it has all this sort of Greek tragedy elements with her needing to choose whether or not to avenge her father's death by killing her mom.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Really exciting episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it pulls its punches slightly because like everything gets tied up so neatly. But up until then, it actually is a really exciting episode, and definitely one I just have a huge soft spot for.
Yeah. So we can stay
I'm gonna put it on the list.
for now.
Top 10 Cyrene episodes, all
all of them. All of
You
them.
guys do top 10 Callisto episodes, and it would be
All of them.
basically all of them.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I always say about
That's crazy.
the like
Yeah, it's
shadow Callisto cast over
pretty
everything.
wild.
I think she's just always there. She's in like 11
Yeah.
episodes, and that's including the like later stuff.
All right. Been there, done that.
I wouldn't put it in the top 10.
It is fun
It's a
to
huge setup.
contemplate having a comedy in there, which I really wanted for Gabs. That one
You
of them
did.
should
You
be a
put
comedy.
it. You put it.
I think if I were to choose a comedy for Xena, it probably would be Been There, Done That.
It's a big Xena Ep. She's really fucking annoyed.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're putting
I'm gonna
it
put
in your
it
top
in.
10 because she's really annoyed.
It's a Xena episode.
Yeah,
she's
True.
in the
She's
groundhog.
central
Yeah.
groundhogging character.
She's struggling through
It
it.
is a good episode.
It's true, it doesn't
you're right.
really-
in the parameters of an episode about Xena that is
she's
really
in it. and-
great.
yep, it is that.
This is one of them.
Yep.
Absolutely. I love the part where Gabs gets stabbed.
Oh yeah,
That was dramatic.
That
So
was-
good.
I love when she kills Joxer.
Yeah,
I
that
love when
was
she
shocking.
kills Joxer. I
Genuinely
love when
shocking.
Joxer's dead and they
Yeah.
cuddle by the
Yeah.
Right,
tree.
that's like one of the first run-throughs.
Iconic.
So you're like, oh
Iconic.
shit, this is for real.
Right. You didn't know that
Yep.
he wasn't dead. And then everybody was like, oh.
So
It's okay, all right,
yeah.
all right, all right.
going
Putting
from
it on for now.
going from like in true Xena spirit from like this comedy on possibly on the list to knee deep in the rift or neck deep in the rift, I should say.
Oh man.
Let's do this. What
Go.
are we thinking?
The debts.
The debts. Yeah.
I guess yeah, you would.
The other
jump
ones are
straight
Gabrielle
to the
I
episodes.
think they're so good. I think they're, again, in The Deliverer and Gabriel's Hope are obviously a lot of Gabrielle, a lot of Xena.
A lot of Xena, of
'cause
course.
is hugely
especially well in
responsible.
both. Yeah.
But I
some
think
stuff.
Gabs outweighs her.
Caesar feelings, always very
It's there,
intense, always
yeah.
good.
And of course, her decision to kill the baby.
Kill the baby.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. I don't know. It just doesn't strike me. I don't know. I think about them both. I don't really think about. It's a great episode of Xena.
I think about Gabs.
Think about
Yeah.
Gabs.
They're on, I mean,
She's
they're on the
going-
Gabs list.
She's like going through it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
In a
there's
way that
her
Xena
stuff
isn't.
outweighs while Xena's stuff is also there and obviously contributes. It like I think Gabrielle. when I
Yeah,
think
she's
about
kind
yeah,
of the
these
axis
episodes.
of
They're
it.
hers,
Like
yeah.
even Xena's decision to try to kill a Hope, it's more about how Gabs is going to react to that, not about like
but also
decision
Hope
itself.
is Gabs' daughter. So
Yeah.
it's like her
It's
stuff.
it's
like,
her stuff.
I agree. The debts.
Now
we're
that's
counting
Xena
them
shit.
as one episode
Yeah.
as per the rules established.
We're just going to
could
refer
shoot
to
it
it
up to
as
the top of the
debt.
list.
As how we podcasted
Yes,
that episode.
if it was one podcast, this is one.
But that was
How did we do
that was our
that?
baby time frolics. and
Wow.
just listeners, I argued against it.
You did.
And Liv was like, we must do it as one so the narrative flows. And I was like,
little did I know back
But
then.
I was good and 3 hours. It's probably like we should have tried that.
it
for
would have been
everything.
3 hours each.
I
had we
know.
done it our way that it became.
Yeah, really, it was like our slow slide
Just,
into
yes,
self-indulgence. Back.
Slow slide into self-indulgence. I think everybody likes that we talk for 4 hours about one
I
episode.
hope they do. Oh my goodness.
Everybody listening, go listen to our podcast on the deck.
I know, it's almost like
I don't need to make we don't need to make the case for it.
I think they'd probably be number one on the list. We're not ranking the list, but
Oh, you're gonna move the debts?
Are we not? Oh, okay.
unless you
I
want
guess
to,
we can.
unless you want
I may
to,
be
but it seems
just
like
very-
a whole other like hard,
Yes,
very
I
hard
agree.
conversation
Very,
to have.
yeah, very briefly. But yeah,
Whatever.
no, it's yeah.
But I would probably rank it number one.
I'm not even gonna. We don't need to make the case for it.
We'll see.
I don't
We'll see how it
even
is.
think.
Oh.
So yeah,
I just feel like it's like a diamond. You see all the facets of Xena in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you do.
It's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it
and it's
goes.
gonna scratch my nose.
It does.
And
it
it's
sure
gonna
does.
scratch my nose.
It has
Part
a
of
lot.
all the
Naked
facets.
Mud Xena.
Naked Mud
Mud
Xena.
Xena.
Fuck yeah.
Past Xena.
Barias.
Xena with
Barias.
Barias. Xena with multiple
fucked up
girlfriends.
legs.
Yeah.
Xena with not only Barias, but also 2 girlfriends. That's 3 different important Xena relationships in one.
What's her second girlfriend?
Loma.
Gabs.
Oh, Gabs.
Gabs. Yeah, that's not getting cut
That's
out.
getting cut.
It's not
That's
getting
not
cut.
getting cut.
I just thought you were talking about something I didn't remember.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
I know
Well,
what her girlfriends
there's
are.
some other lady in there.
Yeah. All right. So I would say bittersweet.
I would also jump right to bittersweet.
Agree.
I was sure someone was going to make the case for maternal instincts, but I think
She got
it's
that.
That's a Gabs episode.
too.
Gabs episode.
Yeah.
Got that good screen though. Shout out to
Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah. I mean, that was the important solo or are you talking about like a later? Remember you were like, there are more solo
Well,
episodes.
bittersweet. He's
Bittersweet.
there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think bittersweet is kind of about him in his absence, though he is there in the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was thinking of. I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly what I was thinking of, other than, well, you know what I was thinking of was Past and Perfect,
Whoa.
which is definitely going to be on the list,
Okay.
if I have any say in it.
Bittersweet, yeah.
Yes,
Not
bittersweet.
only, top notch for the show, too, but amazing way to work out issues amongst
issues,
everyone,
yeah.
obviously. But I just think it's so iconic. And just her singing out at the end
Yeah.
by the waterfall.
The waterfall,
thing.
switching
it's just
outfits.
so iconic and perfect.
When she like gets pulled through the water and she's in the Xena outfit.
Yeah.
Woo!
Gab drag.
forgive
Dragon
me?
Gab.
Drag!
Iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah, it's interesting because,
Oh,
as I
dear.
recall, we did not mention it for Gabs.
Right.
It is, you think of it as somehow resolving the rift between both of them, but actually, by the time of Bittersweet, Gabs has already kind of forgiven Xena.
Yeah, it's
So It
true.
really is.
It's a Xena
It's a
episode.
Xena episode.
Xena has to deal with
Yeah.
shit in that episode.
Yeah, like Gabs has already kind of done the work.
Yeah.
And
I think it also has to do with how she can sing versus not sing.
that's
and
definitely a
therefore-
factor. Definitely a factor.
Therefore, it's her episode.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely a Xena.
Yeah.
And our old friend won against an army.
Okay, for this one, did we put it on the Gabs list? Now I don't remember.
Ooh, we maybe didn't.
No, we did because I was like, oh, I love that part where she, touches her hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
for that reason, we
gets
put it
to
on
be
the
on the
list.
list.
But did
So
we...
I think we should
we
put it
debated it
still.
because it's such a two-hander.
Yeah, but it went on Gabs' list. But as we know, Gabs' list had a lot less rules.
It did.
I
have a
think
lot.
we can put it on the Xena list.
I mean, we talked about how crucial it is, to the finale and hence to the entire show.
Yes.
I do
Plus Xena-
call it the most important episode.
And it is 100%
Of
a
the show.
two-hander, so
Yeah.
it might, if it's on Gabs's list, it should be on
Right,
on
and we
Xena's
said
list.
that there are going to be a few episodes that make it to both lists.
I think
and
just by
that would be one of them.
Yeah, I think by our past discussions of it, and like not just because like the relationship stuff in it is amazing, but just because it has some of the most crucial like decision making in terms of her character that really leads right into the finale. It should be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she fights an entire army.
Yeah.
Yeah, also just badass.
Yeah, she's a fucking badass in it, so she gets sweaty. That goes on the
Right.
list just for the sweat.
Right.
It looks so good. And there's bagpipes. Cool.
I thought about When in Rome, but I feel like we mentioned that for Gabs.
Yeah.
The Gabs subplot there is really crucial. There's obviously a lot of good material with Caesar, but I'm willing to leave it off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we are cool with that.
I'm like kind of doing the thing where now we're
Yeah.
at sacrifice again. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's just sacrifice is just they're good finales. But in my head it's just like there's 10 minutes of it that are like whoa, and the
Yeah.
rest of it I don't really think about.
I mean, it's a
as
huge
much.
Xena moment when she kills Callisto,
It
for
really
real.
is.
Huge.
That's
Huge.
like, now does that outweigh like the rest of the episode being kind of like whatever, and then there's Seraphim.
Yeah.
And the guy in the hat.
This is exactly the same conversation
Yeah.
we had for it on the Gabs list.
It's like,
God, it just feels like some kind of grave injustice to not
I
have
know.
that Callisto moment
I know,
on this
that's
list.
But you have a
Huge.
different one.
We put a different Callisto death scene on the list.
it's true. I mean, I like, now I'm like,
iconic is-
best Callisto death scenes, and I can't, they're both so
They're
good, but this one is the
so
best
good.
one.
This one is the best.
It's the best one because it's
It seemed like it was the final one. That's why it's so
like
good.
it's the final one. I was gonna say it has like a sexual component to
Right.
it that the other one doesn't have.
That's really
And a
true.
complete component.
It's very
like
hot.
it's a complete journey for Callisto in her face.
Right, it's actually, you couldn't have one without the other. I think
Yeah.
because there was that previous death
Right.
scene where Xena makes the decision to let Callisto die, having this moment where Xena kills her kind of reluctantly.
Yeah.
And Callisto being so grateful. It's
a huge-
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
an
even cut
interest-
reluctantly. I was like just like blindly, unthinkingly, ragely.
That's
But she
true.
wasn't
Kind of.
planning on doing
she,
it.
No, yeah,
prior
she
to
wasn't
that,
thinking
insisted
of
Like
you
she was,
wouldn't.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was unintentional for her. It was an instinctual,
Yes.
sexy kill. But yeah, and of course, this moment plays into the later
mean, write it
moment.
You
down.
guys,
Write it
by
down.
talking it out to such a degree,
Just
I
write it
feel
down.
it has. It's such an.
Yeah.
It's so
Write it
complicated
down.
emotionally. Shouldn't it be on the list?
Yeah.
Now,
all right, let's do this.
friends.
Let's do this.
Friends, I don't actually know what to say about Sin Trade 1 and 2.
I think
they're
it goes.
very important. They should be written down. But
I
I think
would put it
they're more
on.
important.
I'm wondering if
than
they end
sacrifice.
up getting
If they're gonna
fallen
get
off.
Okay, I mean, this is jumping the
Yeah.
gun, but I'd love to know why you think they shouldn't be on the
I
list.
don't think that I think that they should be, but I'm like worried
Oh, interesting.
that I'm
It has
like,
stupid
biased.
looking stuff in it, but it
That's
is
not a reason.
quite huge for Xena's character.
it's
It is
huge.
flashbacks to her character doing shit, and we
Really
know that
intense.
that qualifies it
She
as
kills
on the list.
so many Amazons.
That's
Yeah.
hugely important.
and the
All tea.
quest to
All-
find
yeah.
Gabs is so romantic.
Right.
The
And it
like
looks
depth
great.
of emotion.
Yeah, seeing her grief over
Yeah.
Gabs. I mean, that's
Is this Spider Gabs?
yes.
Yes.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. But I think it just qualifies to because Gabs is dead in this, so she's not there. So
Definitely.
it's a Xena
I don't know. I
episode.
just like
I mean,
I worry
yeah.
about personal bias sometimes.
I don't think this one qualifies as
Yeah.
personal bias. I think it's legit.
You know, I do think maybe there's a bias in the sense that these episodes that are flashback heavy, I tend to gravitate to because I just feel it gives you this very layered sense of who Xena is.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Obviously, if
important
they're doing 10 years ago Xena, it's going to be
on the list.
Big.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
that they're like little novels about Xena, seeing all these different parts of her life.
Yeah. Now, A Family Affair.
No.
Yeah, I would not classify it as a Xena episode. Her scenes
I mean,
are
it's
great.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
The scenes are so good. So.
Yeah.
It's such a great episode. Thank you for mentioning it.
It's all for you, Kate.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and then same for A Good Day. I would say that's a Gabrielle episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
Oh,
but
boy.
Okay.
Here we go.
Locked up and tied down.
On a boat to Shock Island.
Well, this is my favorite little troika of episodes here. They're all Xena.
Yes, fucking yeah.
And I'm gonna do my bit to get them all on the list.
I agree, man. I agree.
Up and
give me that crabs woman. Give it to me.
Don't ask me to choose between them because I really do love them all.
They can count as one.
How many?
They're like my children.
Can I do a check-in with how long is the list?
The list is a lot longer than 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot longer than 10 episodes.
Okay.
It's
do the numbering system on them.
Oh, wait, how do you do that?
Oh my god.
You go like whoop and then go whoop.
Yes, there we go.
19.
Wow.
It's a 19.
And we're only in
All
season 4.
right.
At the beginning of it. All right, so locked up and tied down, crabs woman, hotness.
Xena goes to prison
She's in
because
prison.
she chooses to for crabs woman who she thinks she fed to crabs.
She just fed her some crabs.
On Shock Island.
Shock Island. It's on the list.
Oh, good. You have her in that like jail yard fight. She fights all the ladies.
And then the Shawshank burial under the rain.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Fuck yeah.
And I mean, this is just thematically really important to see Xena go down this path of like, well, you know, this is another way of atoning for my crimes. Like, I feel like this was an episode they had to do.
Yeah, of
An
course.
exploration of. It does. I don't begrudge the episode for it, but I do a little bit in the sense that it is an episode that people take lines from to say this is what the show is and fuck the finale, and I therefore in that sense kind of begrudge it a little bit.
Oh no!
I only begrudge it for her.
Try to get it off the list.
I mean, no, it's staying.
I do because I in the sense that like people use it and the stuff that she says at the end as like a thing where she should never take herself out of the equation, and that people then go in the finale she takes herself out of the equation, but in Locked Up and Tied Down she's like, no, the end is I shouldn't be in jail, I should keep doing my good Xena deeds, like, and stuff like that.
Well, to a point.
Right.
She does until season 6.
I don't have a problem with the episode as a whole. I just
I think my only thing that I begrudge it for is her outfit. I wish her little potato sack was better looking. That's all. Prison outfits could be cuter. So, all right, we got that one. Crusader.
Crusader is
a Najara episode.
It is a Najara episode. It is rough.
No, it's about Xena.
I'm just kidding.
There's a lot of Gabs in it.
It's kind of, you might actually, it occurred to me at one point during the Gabs conversation, I was like, do I make a case for Crusader? I think it is very much a Xena episode.
It's a Xena episode because it's oh, you're going to say it's better than me. I don't want to take away what you're talking about.
Go for it.
Yeah.
But that it's like Gabs factors in the sense that it's like about Xena's decisions of like Gabs being with her and what being with Xena does to Gabs and what's good for Gabs, not exactly what Gabs wants specifically.
Yeah, which is kind of kicking off that whole question that kind of hangs over season 4, which is Xena feeling like she wants to make these decisions for Gabs and slowly realizing she can't make them.
Plus, it ends, of course, with the big epic burn for Xena, which is like the whole overarching theme of the season, which is Xena's vision of the crucifixion.
Yeah.
Right? So
Xena says something to Najara
Huge.
like, you know, you can't hurt Gabs anymore. And Najara's like, no, that's your job.
and it was such an epic burn.
Xena needed to go to the burn unit.
Yes, she did.
Fucking did.
Get that.
But that was like a number one, a shocking moment. But number 2, like such a Xena moment.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really take that away.
She was sort of using lines against her a little bit there. With that.
She can do it. She has the skill. I love Najara.
I know. Top 10 Najara episodes. There are only 2.
They're both on the list. All right, Past and Perfect.
I've already kind of made the case.
Yeah, it's in it.
Perfect. Another
Mariah.
great flashback episode. You get that, like I said, it kind of counts as an episode about Solon. You see Xena dealing with the idea of, bringing him into the world, and the way they restage that flashback with her giving him away is so powerful.
So good, so interesting, like how they chose to kind of redo it. Also, top Satrina episodes.
Sure.
Top 10 Satrina episodes, go!
Fast and Perfect #1.
I really need someone to make me a fan art, which is just Crabs Woman, Najara, and Satrina. I love these women.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're the best. I do kind of want like a fic of them kind of like hanging out and like talking about Xena.
This is such an amazing stretch of episodes, I swear.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that was amazing. I felt such a high from that.
Oh dear.
So
Coming down from the high, coming down.
yeah.
Well,
I made a case for Paradise Found back in the Gabs one.
And I said it was a Xena ep then.
And do you agree with this now?
I still do. I'm worried it's going to get knocked off the list
gonna
because
get
of the
knocked
bunny
off.
teeth.
That is the worst possible, maybe the worst decision out of all of Xena was giving her bunny teeth in that episode.
There's so many bad decisions though.
It's
That's
worse.
a whole other list.
at a certain point, we're going to have to
Bad
be ruthless.
decisions of Xena.
with it.
Top 10 bad decisions, go! Season 5.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of so many. But
Between the lines and the way. Sup.
Sup.
I guess the way.
It's important. I feel like it's important.
We didn't put any of
philosophically.
these for Gabs.
No, we thought about Debbie.
Well, no, we
I think
we
they
did
are.
put Debbie.
Put Debbie on?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, we talked about it. They're really important philosophically, I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
Again, especially the way she has, we said how important it is that Xena prays. You have that moment where she talks to Krishna.
Right.
I do feel like this is an important episode for Xena's character, though one, that needed a whole problematic jar to contain it.
Yep.
Yeah. Between the lines obviously establishes like a lot of the reincarnation stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little prejudiced against that one. I don't know if it was clear in the podcast. It probably was, but it's really not a favorite of mine.
Yeah. I'd put right down the way, because even though it is obviously very problematic, it's still like very important, I think, to like Xena's character.
All right. The way is getting on there.
In any case, it's going to fall off, I'm sure.
We'll see. I mean, it has, like, ties that bind to compete against.
True. I don't know. It's important. I do think it's
definitely important.
Yeah, and I think we get a lot of the discourse, like, clouds it.
Yeah.
And I let that get away. I think it is really important to be.
And I think we made the case for why it actually is a great episode in its own right.
Exactly.
On our podcast, separate from the discourse or related to the discourse.
Yeah.
I feel like the next one would be Ides of March.
I think so.
I don't know. Best episode of Xena.
We put it on the Gabs.
Yeah, it made it to the Gabs list.
Because of her,
it's
huge. Her moment.
For her moment. Huge.
For Xena, it's kind of like the culmination of
all the
whole season. So don't you think that should count as putting
I think
it
you
on?
Absolutely could classify it as a Xena ep. It's the end of Caesar.
I mean, it's Xena ep.
Her
Oh, shit.
The end of Caesar, kind of the end of Callisto, too.
Yes. For now.
For now, again.
Put a pin in it.
We've said it's the end of Callisto 3 times.
The fact that it culminates in the entire season, which is such a huge monumental thing just in general.
Right now, the episodes that are on both lists, the Gabs list and the Xena list, are Return of Callisto...
And this.
One Against an Army.
And this.
And this.
Yeah. I think that's fine.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
All
Let's
right.
keep it.
Season 5.
Okay. Oh boy.
Crickets.
Fallen Angel.
Good touch.
I
Good
like
touch.
Fallen Angel.
It has to be.
Good touch.
Good touch and bad touch.
I think there's good ideas in it. It's wild, though.
Yeah, it's one of those where you hesitate, but at the same time you're like, how do you leave it off?
Yeah.
I also think that
hard.
when they come back from the dead at the end, she is the most pretty
And
in all of the whole show.
And I think that should count for
and
something.
Except for maybe like in the cave in the abyss.
Oh.
And it should count for something.
The fangs are back in that
Bunny teeth
one.
counted against Paradise Found,
beautiful.
then I
And her
think,
potato sack.
yeah, I
Yes.
think beautiful
Definitely.
Xena face can be an asset.
I mean, as I recall, like, this one was kind of almost like a season 4 episode.
Right.
And then after that, it became shit.
yeah, which I mean, in
So-
terms of the creative team behind it, it was, sort of was a season 4 episode.
So, like, this was the end of, like, the good shit for a little bit. For a
I
hot
feel
minute.
like it does show some of the too muchness that would become a problem in season 5. It really is a transition in that way between the excellence of 4 and the badness of 5. But it's a great episode. I don't mean to denigrate it. It just has its issues.
This is really hard now because there's a lot of, like, Xena episodes now, but they're all terrible.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
They're terrible. They don't best Xena episodes, not all Xena episodes.
Okay, so we...
Chakram is definitely not on there.
Real bad.
Succession's a pretty good two-hander episode, but I don't think it's good enough for either character to make it to either list.
Animal Attraction, your favorite.
Ugh.
Them Bones and Bones.
We put it on the Gabs
yeah,
list.
it's good.
We're not putting
We're not
it on
gonna
the
put it.
Xena list.
Oh God, Purity back in
Purity
the
and
bottom.
Magnolia are really not on any list other than worst.
Yeah.
Seeds of Faith, we said that should be on the Gabs list. I think it's maybe less a Xena episode, or at least those are not the parts of it I remember.
Ooh, man, we're flying through this.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Race all the way to the end of season 5.
Blam,
quick.
blam, 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 blam.
Wow.
Amphipolis Under Siege is a fun episode, but I'm not
Just
sure.
because Cyrene is in
It would. Yep, I've put all
I
episodes
mean, Cyrene
with
equals
Cyrene
Xena.
in it.
Like, that's how it works.
Yeah, but
It's
at the
just a
same
fun
time,
episode.
I'm not sure it really challenges Xena all that much. In
Antony
part
and
'cause
Cleopatra
It's one of the
does.
many long games. Yes, but that's a good long game. We'll keep it.
Carnival.
Yeah, I'm putting. Okay, so I'm gonna put
Carnival.
Carnival.
Antony.
It's not the show Carnival on
Sorry.
HBO.
Oh my god, I love Carnival.
I always confuse it.
Antony and Cleopatra. Yes.
What?
No? Do you disagree?
I mean, it's gonna get kicked
It's
out,
gonna
but you
get
can
kicked
keep
out.
it. You
Yeah.
can keep it for
There's a
now.
part of me that wants to put Kindred Spirits, which actually came before Antony and Cleopatra, which is, Xena seriously contemplating,
Staying. At
domesticity
Don't-
without
yeah.
even a blue dress
But she's
to help
not
her.
really. She kind of briefly.
Very
she's
briefly.
very much not on board.
Just like the episode where they have Jocks there on trial for being a peeping Tom.
Right.
It's rough.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it is what it is as an episode.
All right, we gotta be ruthless.
It's
Okay.
one of the better episodes of season 5 for sure.
It's certainly.
So from this one, it's kind of like season 1. Season 5 is kind of season 1 for
What if-
Xena, where you go from Fallen Angel all the way to episode 20, Livia.
Livia. Okay, so we have
That's-
Livia, Eve, motherhood. What
That's
do we
one
do
episode.
With this?
That's one episode.
What do we do with this?
That
You
counts
said
as
if it's
one.
not.
I will
labeled.
classify Livia and Eve
As
as
one.
one.
And that's fine with me. It has to be on it. It's huge for Xena. That's her
Okay,
daughter.
Livia Eve.
Child of Callisto.
Not motherhood.
Motherhood's also huge. I think all of those should go and onto the list, and that's okay because season 5 is barren otherwise of any good shit. It's a rough season, guys. It's rough.
Yeah, I'm trying to choose between the two-parter known as Livia Eve and motherhood.
Motherhood, she brains Gabs.
Right.
Yes.
It's
She kills.
shocking.
She kills
Oh my
people. She
God.
chooses to do that for her
She
kid.
does.
Right. Yeah, certainly her taking
She's-
down the gods is a pretty
It is a
major-
season finale of a show called Xena Warrior Princess. It is very much about Xena.
Yeah, maybe just my own personal preference. I love her actually just, trying to get through to Eve in the earlier episodes.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I just love that 3-parter. This
now it's a three-parter.
it's always been a 3-parter, guys.
Really? It should just be
yeah.
one unit on the list?
Yeah, it counts as one.
All right.
I mean, we're making
I'll
this
allow-
up.
I'll
so-
allow it.
It's the Eve Livia three-parter.
It is.
It's
That's
her
part of
child.
why I was skeptical of.
They're
thinking
all
of them.
about that.
Yeah.
And that's huge for Xena.
Yeah, Eve motherhood as a single
Also,
unit.
she destroys all of the gods.
Yeah,
Like, that's huge.
It's big. It's and not only that, but it's it's season 5 rallying back.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Mad respect for them,
Right.
being able to recover.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
True.
Season 6,
Season 6.
where everyone looks the best.
Oh my god. Here we are.
Something tells me the early episodes are not going to make it on
Not
there.
haunting
I
your
don't-
Amphipolis.
I don't think
Even though Cyrene is in it.
she is in it.
Poor
It's
Cyrene.
But she's
crazy.
dead,
It's
so it does not
crazy,
count.
yeah.
It's wild, that
Yeah.
episode, what it established.
Ooh, jeez, yeah. Poor Cyrene, man.
I mean, Heart of Darkness is a big Xena ep, but I don't want it on the
No,
list.
I
None of
would-
us care for that episode, which I know is a controversial opinion among our fan base, but
Yeah.
sorry, we still don't like it. What can you do?
Now, what about Who's Gurkhan?
Who's Gurkhan? I would not.
It's Gabs.
It's a
classify
Gabs
as
episode,
Xena
but
ep.
she's
Take
like
it
all
away.
up in it.
Don't take it away from Gabs.
She's all up in
Yeah.
it. She got that torture
She
scene.
got beat up.
She
We
got
know
her
Vera
own
loves
little
it.
Gabs dance.
Yeah, but
Like, that's
it's
huge.
a
Not as
moment.
good a dance, okay?
It's a moment.
It's a moment. How dare you?
Yeah, it's not a Xena ep, but you know what, Vera? I am willing to make the case that Legacy and even The Abyss are Xena episodes.
I would make the case that The Abyss is a Xena.
Yeah,
So there you go.
but it has a lot of stupid shit in it.
Like,
but
Gabs
okay.
has her, like, I can't do the killing and I'm hurt. But, like, the majority of the
Yeah,
cave
Yeah,
stuff
it's
is
Xena who takes her to the cave.
who is.
She makes all those Home Alone traps.
Yes, she does the Home Alone traps. She like listens to feverish Gabs in the cave.
I know, but she makes that big declaration about understanding everything. And it's very good.
It just has really dumb stuff, but okay.
Okay, but it's not. I think it's going to fall out. I don't think
I
it's
would,
going to be
okay,
on this list.
I will write it on there, but I would like to make a case for Legacy, actually.
Let's hear it.
So I think Legacy is, like, secretly a Xena episode, and even though, obviously, it's part of the Gabrielle trilogy, it has this really arresting moment where Xena kind of wants to lie for Gabs in order to save her life. Gabs is basically making the Xena decision of, like, punish me for the bad things I did. And Xena's like, I'm just gonna lie to these people who want to execute Gabs. I think it's one of the juiciest moral dilemmas, especially in kind of the later stage of the show. And yeah, I think it's great to see that side of Xena, that selfish side that sometimes surfaces.
That is very true. It's good. It's a Xena ep. I approve.
All right, so
It's on the list.
do you guys want me to write down both Legacy and
I think
The Abyss?
count it as
dear.
one.
No!
It's a three-parter.
Don't put the Abyss. Just by nature of every other thing that exists.
All right, I'm just putting Legacy. Unless
Fine, but it's a three-parter, so it should count as one.
They are not a three-parter.
They are.
There's
There's the Gabrielle
I knew once I
trilogy.
accepted Livia Eve Motherhood as a three-parter, this would open up to
No!
all sorts of...
It's the Gabrielle trilogy,
Yeah.
and therefore it's one.
It's a Gabrielle trilogy.
So it should be on the Xena episode list. Duh.
It should not be.
Duh,
on the
it should
Xena
go on the
episode
Xena.
list. Like, you literally, like, it's the Gabrielle trilogy. Like, I think it's disqualified now.
Oh shit! None of it can go on.
They're all gonna get deleted.
Yeah.
No
all right.
way.
Keep
It's
going, keep
fine,
going,
It's
keep
fine. It's
going.
fine. Okay. So next we have.
Well, we talked about the Norse trilogy. Speaking of trilogy.
Okay,
I mean,
it
do
should
we
go on
need
because of her backstory and
But does
previously,
every backstory episode need to be in the top 10?
We've previously established that is
Can't
What-
one suffice?
one of these, but they
Can't
all
a
count as
couple
one.
suffice?
It
No,
doesn't
no.
matter.
I just mean, like, does the addition of her fucking shit up in
Norseland
Scandinavia,
in IKEA.
like, when we already have her fucking shit up with the Amazons and we have her fucking
All of
shit
it
up
should
with
count.
Callisto in similar fashions, do we need additional? Does it need to be there? This is just
I definitely think it's gonna get eliminated.
It's the worst one out of all of them, but like
they are messy episodes.
But
they
have great moments.
She has a fun hat. She can fly. She like really. It's cool with the mythology of the show that she fucks up all sorts of systems of belief, including the Nordic gods and Odin and shit. Like that's pretty epic.
It is pretty cool.
It's epic when you think about it. However, I just think it's going to get booted from the list.
Yeah.
You can write it down as existing.
Okay.
I think that we can jump now.
I think so.
Blam. Fly, everybody, to the...
when fates collide.
When fates collide.
Yeah, fates.
I would say it's a Xena episode, right?
Yeah. I mean, the previous one would be like the last of the Centaurs would kind of be because it's Belak.
Yeah, it would also count as a Xena episode, but I wouldn't. It's definitely
gonna get booted if it's even on it. But when fates collide, would not.
Yeah,
that one stays.
And it's a gorgeous performance.
And gorgeous outfits.
Yeah, in the same way that we sort of said, remember, nothing is important to the character. Seeing these almost like, alternative versions, adds to our understanding of who Xena is. And I think that's definitely true for When Fates Collide.
And obviously the wildest thing about When Fates Collide is that they remember it all.
Yeah. That's right.
So it has a supposed continuation effect on the characters.
Ooh, I bet people wrote a lot of fics that are just like them talking about what happened in When Fates Collide. I bet those are really good.
Yeah.
What about anything else?
What about anything else?
Are you seriously asking?
Because I would say jump again.
I would say jump again. I made a case for Many Happy Returns as a Gabs ep. I don't see it as a Xena ep, really.
She's the one doing the pranks.
Yeah, but that's, she's sort of the one, like,
she gives the gift.
One person is kind of creating this situation and the other person is reacting to the situation, and it's the reactions that are important.
I don't know. She has a reaction to when Gabs reads her present.
That's true.
That's
it's
beautiful.
Really great
That's
reaction.
beautiful.
It's a good.
But I wouldn't put it on the list. I would say we can jump all the way to A Friend in Needs as one episode.
Yes. I will count that as one. Since only because it comes out in a DVD as
one.
A Friend in Need.
Yes.
The director's cut.
That's right.
Yeah. It should be on the list.
It should be on the list, maybe.
Will it get kicked off the list?
No, fuck you, no. It stays.
I don't know.
A Friend in Need is my favorite episode of Xena. Don't you dare.
All right, well, I think we actually haven't done horrendously. We're at 30? 31.
It's supposed to be 10.
We said 10.
So just delete 2/3 of them.
All right,
wow,
this
is going to be rough.
Yeah.
Let's run through it.
All right.
Most of season 1, cut it.
So you start with the Gauntlet, which isn't even an episode of Xena. She doesn't even go here.
I'd also just be like super ruthless. Get rid of the Gauntlet. Get rid of Path Not Taken, Ties That Bind. Is There a Doctor in the House?
This is rough.
No, don't do it like that.
Oh, why not?
I don't know, because I'm scared that we might want to remember.
No. We don't want to remember
nothing.
I don't want to make all the decisions.
Okay.
Just
Katie's just slashing through this.
She's putting them all back on there.
There you go.
That was computer issues.
Here, step forward.
Okay. No, I
slash it.
Strike, do
Strike
a
through.
bold it in red or something.
But it's not gonna get rid of the numbers.
Listen, that's true. You're right.
You're all gonna listen to our technical difficulties.
We'll do strike-throughs when it becomes harder. But right now, I am going to second Katie and say that the Gauntlet, Path Not Taken, Ties That Bind, they're all off the list.
Yeah, they're gone.
Orphan of War, off the list.
Gone.
Remember Nothing, off the list. Someone yell if I'm killing their darling.
All right, keep Return of the Callisto, Destiny the Praise. Get rid of the Furies.
Oh.
Do it. Get rid of Been There, Done That first.
All right, I'm going to get rid of Been There, Done That.
Okay.
These are going to be like
Get rid of Sacrifice, because it's just a moment.
Yeah.
Blam.
It can't be
blam,
on the
blam,
list.
blam.
Katie's
Gotta be.
She's brutal. She's brutal.
She's stabbing us like Caesar got stabbed.
Like
each
Xena
one.
stabbed Callisto. We kind of like it.
Fuck. It's like each arrow that Xena received in A Friend in Need.
Get rid of Antony and Cleopatra. What the hell?
Oh, she went right for it.
strawberries and honey.
What's going on?
Rheingold, kill it.
Kill the Rheingold.
Legacy. I mean,
kill it.
5 minutes ago, I was like, put Legacy on the list.
Kill it. Okay.
2 minutes ago.
Okay, go back up. How many are here?
Now we're down to 21.
Okay.
Oh
Are
my
you sure?
god,
killed
that
a
seems
third
like
of
such a
them.
rough cut, and it's like
And you still have to
it still gets
cut this in half.
Fuck.
One out of every 2 needs to
Oh,
go.
I'm
I
hurting.
think you gotta get rid of. I think Since the Past needs to stay. I think we can only keep
One Callisto?
One Callisto. I think we can only keep.
It should be Callisto. It should not.
You want to kill Return of Callisto?
Shit, wait a second. Callisto has the stupid ladder fight. Kill it.
What?
No.
Okay. Wait. All right.
You refuse.
You want to kill Return of Callisto instead?
First, kill. Is there a doctor in the house?
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Just based on everything else.
I agree. Kill Doctor.
Based on everything
And
else.
don't resuscitate it with CPR.
No.
Don't invent CPR to resuscitate.
I think, Liv, you're gonna have to pick one of these 3. Like, you can't have Crusader, Past, and Perfect.
That counts as
Paradise
one.
Found, like, all.
That's not a
That
trilogy.
counts as one. It's a trilogy.
The Live trilogy.
It counts as one. The awesome. It's the awesome girlfriend of the week trilogy.
Right,
it's a
the
real
girlfriend
thing.
of the week.
It's a fucking real thing, and you count as one.
Wait, which ones are counted? Oh, you
Put it as one.
It's cheating. I
Doesn't
said at
matter.
the beginning, no fake trilogies.
It's not. It's a real trilogy. Put it. It's real.
I think you might have to delete it all.
No.
Should we get rid of the
No.
way for being too problematic?
Get rid of the weight because I don't fucking remember it. But I remember
Really?
Crab's Woman. I remember fucking Najara and whoever was the last one. Satrina?
Oh,
Yes.
The way is good though. That hurt me a little.
No.
I feel
Get
that's
rid of it.
important to her, like
I don't like the India arc.
warrior.
Get rid of it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you're gonna lose essential things here.
What if you highlight
Shark
stuff we
Island
can't
is more
delete?
important.
You want to go try to figure out what you can't
I
delete?
think you can delete Shark Island.
No! It's one
Maybe.
episode on 3.
I feel like of these 3, I would maybe say Crusader. I said they're my children, and you can't choose
Let's
between
see
them.
what
I
we
mean,
can't
yeah,
delete.
Crusader
Hold on.
is...
I think we
You
should
get rid of
highlight
it.
what we can't delete. I think we can't delete
Get
the
rid
debt.
of Crusader.
We can't delete the debt.
I think we can't delete Bittersweet.
Bittersweet
I think we can't delete the finale.
finale.
I know people will. It's controversial. I agree.
We
but
can't delete it,
I don't
guys.
think we can delete it.
I think we can't delete Ides of March.
I think we can delete Fates when Fates collide.
I think we
You
can
guys are
delete
crazy.
when fates collide.
You guys are insane.
I think we can delete that.
I think we should just expand the list. to
No.
20
No.
episodes.
That's cheating. Like, I can't believe you guys. I
This
made
is
so
like a
many firm rules you're trying to...
I think it's
Like,
rude that the
important-
Xena one has this while the Gabs did not.
I just felt like it would be harder for, so this one needed like the motivational device to like really get us to
I'm
the
deleting
end.
when fates collide unless someone
I
screams.
don't think so, because I think that
I scream, but
I think
you don't care.
the it's about like a Xena focused episode that's like crucial to
That
her
is
character.
Crucial, man. She wears beautiful outfits.
If it didn't exist,
she saw
though,
Gabs
it
the
would-
playwright. She's like, "Holy shit, what's this?"
If it-
she gets crucified.
True, but if
she
it
wears
didn't
other
exist,
outfits,
it would still be okay. The show.
I
Like
mean, yeah.
you have to think about like what would really fundamentally change the fabric of the fucking show.
I'm gonna delete the Furies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't change it. It's just a
we've
good
reached
Xena
to
ep.
that point.
Or you can get rid of. Did you get rid
17?
of?
Oh
Down
my
to
God.
17.
What? I don't even see this list. What's
Here.
happening?
Yo, Vera can't even
Okay,
see it. She
I'll
can't even
read
make
you the list
decisions.
as it stands, and if you hear something you think shouldn't be there, scream. Number 1, Sins of the Past. Number 2, Callisto. Number 3, Return of Callisto. Number 4, Destiny. Number 5, The Price. Number 6, The Debt. So many does.
Yeah.
Number 7, The Bittersweet. Number 8, One Against an Army. 9, Adventures in the Sin Trade. 10, Locked Up and Tied Down. 11, Crusader. 12, Past and Perfect. 13
Okay.
Paradise Found, 14 Ides of March, 15 Fallen Angel, 16 Livia, Eve, and Motherhood, cheating, and 17 A Friend in Need.
I think you can get rid of, not that I want you to, but Paradise Found and Crusader.
Okay.
Both can go for this.
You're saying get rid of Crusader. That was the one I thought we should keep.
Said you wanted to get rid of that one.
No, I was saying the opposite. That of the three, I would keep Crusader.
No, out of the three, you have to keep Locked Up and Tied Down. That is way more just Xena.
All right, I'll kill Crusader. That is not what I expected you to say.
And Past and Perfect is entirely about her backstory.
Girl, you're preaching to the choir.
So you have to keep those. But now we still have 5 episodes, and it's all crucial eps.
Yeah, now it just becomes.
I think you can't do it. You have to keep all 15. I'm going to say something
really heretical.
Okay.
And feel free to scream. Sins of the past.
No. I refuse.
There's better stuff down the line. Setup is really important, but it doesn't mean it's the best.
Okay, what other episode deals with the gauntlet?
But like...
because you got rid of the gauntlet.
Ides of March.
Does it really? Not really.
All right, Friend in Need does.
What about just like the individual element of like meeting Gabrielle? Don't you think that's like a fundamental character
I think you can get rid of the price
in her life?
I don't disagree.
I think you get rid of...
I feel like we have so many episodes that are sort of about
how
important that meeting was to her.
Sure.
It's one of the things where, is it the meeting itself or is it like the shadow of the meeting?
Fucking
this is crazy.
Delete it.
This is
really
so rough.
That's two
I don't think you should delete.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should delete Sins of the Past.
Yeah, it seems rough. That seems rough.
I think you should delete Callisto and The Price.
I can't believe you're deleting Callisto
because you have returned the
Price.
But they're different episodes. They just happen to both have Callisto in them.
If you need to keep one Callisto,
here, you know what?
One of them does not have a ladder fight.
I'm telling you, something can be done with like the Sin Trade situation, where like it's
one episode.
Yeah,
I guess we did delete the Rheingold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
You could delete Sin Trade. Anyone want to delete Sin Trade?
No. I think you can delete The Price. She deals with shit like that in other episodes.
Me here.
She deals with shit like that
because it's silly.
Oh yeah, Fallen Angel's still in here.
Fallen Angel.
All right, it's rough, but we can get rid of that one for sure.
We are deleting Fallen Angel. That brings us down to 14. 4 more episodes to murder people.
I think...
Vera says Callisto.
I think one of the Callistos can be sacrificed, but I also make a case the Price can go, man. Like, the Price can go. You deal with that stuff.
All right, so you're saying I can only keep one Callisto
One
or the
Callisto,
Price?
no, and the Price, I think.
You want them both guys.
2 episodes right there. One of the Callistos and the Price.
We can't delete Destiny.
No one's saying anything about Destiny.
I'm just saying you could highlight it.
Oh, that's true. We don't have that highlighted as a necessity.
This is so stupid. I can't believe you're getting rid of so many good episodes.
That's the job. You gotta get it down to 10.
Should be fine.
According to our highlights, the top 5 are Destiny, The Debt,
Bittersweet,
Ides of
March, and A Friend in Need.
Yeah, that's good.
And we're not getting rid of A Friend in Need, so don't even ask us to.
I don't know what to delete.
I don't think you should delete anything.
No.
Oh, wait. I think you should delete 2 more. The Price and one of the Callistos.
I'll delete The Price.
Oh, yeah.
Not Locked
Keltaka
Up.
go.
Why The Price over Locked Up and Tied Down?
Because Locked Up and Tied Down...
I agree.
Because that one doesn't have stupid looking things.
I think it should be The Price and delete Locked Up and Tied Down.
The
because
Price,
I begrudge its existence.
What the fuck? Crabs Woman. So much better.
I don't like how it ends.
How does it end?
I told you. I don't like how she's
because
I must...
she thinks that right now.
It's just a little ambiguous because she makes a face.
I think that's an important episode for everyone involved, including Gabrielle, including Crabs Woman. It's beautiful.
If you delete Callisto, I will delete Locked Up and Tied Down. But I'm saying this as a champion.
I'm just saying, I don't want to delete any of these things.
I have a question. So, like, what's the motivational factor between not keeping both Callistos?
Vera's
because I'm saying you have to shed
to kill
3 more
Callisto
episodes, and I feel like 2 Callistos is redundant.
And one is more representative.
And one of them,
Xena?
one of them is really good, like overall, and then one of them is like half ladder fight.
But which one is like
they're both
best?
great episodes, and
They
they're
are.
so different.
I personally love like
Can't they just
the
both
horse
be on
chase
there?
versus the chariot chase better. However, Return of Callisto has like the Gabs stuff.
This is not
and
about Gabs.
It is
Yeah.
not about Gabs. We can't even mention her.
I said that's not about Xena.
It's
a
about
lot
her.
last time.
She prays.
Oh, so you think actually Katie's throwing in a curveball and saying that Return of Callisto should get the X. And you know what? I'm almost on
Callisto
Team Katie
number
here.
1 is really good.
I love them both, but I think cutting
yeah.
Callisto is absurd.
insane.
Okay, fine. I'm cool with Return of Callisto.
All right, we are
getting
killing
cut.
I still
Return
think
of
you shouldn't
Callisto.
kill Return of Callisto over Locked Up and Tied Down.
Can-
That's fucking
I'm
heretical.
I'm also killing Locked Up and
okay.
Tied Down.
How
Katie
many
got
is
her way
left?
there.
Wait, how many is left? This is a
We're
weird.
down to 11. Kill 1.
This is. Can we just go on record and say this is a stupid list that
Yeah.
is missing
wait.
20 episodes?
Yeah, I also, it was just for funsies because I think this is hilarious.
I would never go this hard. Never.
I think this is
This
absolutely
does not
hilarious.
represent my feelings, people. I am putting it out. I hated killing any of these
Can
episodes.
I just say one thing?
31 eps is what we had, and that's how the list should be.
That this was my idea and I fucking hate lists. I fucking hate them.
We just watched High Fidelity, and it's all about lists, so
I
we're
know.
making a list. It's on
So,
Hulu. It's a
would
really
you
great
like
show.
to hear the top 11?
Desert Island
so that
Tina.
you know which is worst. Mm-hmm. Number 1, Sins of the Past. Number 2, Callisto. Number 3, Destiny. Number 4, The Debt. Number 5, The Bittersweet. Number 6, One Against an Army. Number 7, Adventures in the Sin Trade. 8, Past Imperfect. 9, Ides of March. 10, Livia Eve and Motherhood. 11, A Friend in Need.
Okay, is there anything on there that's like, again, redundant? Like that we don't need? Because that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff that with Xena and her character and her backstory, they
Sorry.
do a lot of stuff that's very similar, and it just like adds on and it piles it on and it makes it worse, but it can be redundant. Like,
No. The answer is no.
I mean, I think Katie is hinting that Past Imperfect should go.
What
Maybe
other
I'm
episode? Wait a second. What other episode
well,
is?
Sin Trade too.
Or Sin Trade.
I mean, I know
I
there's
think
no
she-
Gabs in it, and it's
she
very
murdered-
Xena.
I think you can make a
Amazons.
case that,
Well, you got rid of the Rhinegold. She murders people
honestly,
there.
I mean, if you had to rank these, I'm pretty sure Past Imperfect would be below Sin Trade in terms of essential.
Nobody
episodes.
thinks of Past and Perfect. It's just like, I'm thinking like there's no, well, Barais is in the debt, so we already have Barais there. So
Right.
you could get rid of Past and Perfect.
I'm going to.
Oh, we did it.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
our-
sad that my three-parter,
Oh,
they all
shit.
got killed.
I
But
don't
I'm
think
not
Crabs Woman
entirely
should have, but
surprised.
whatever.
I mean, if you want, I could put Locked Up and Tied Down back on the list.
But
and
what
then
else would
could
you get
fight-
rid of?
People are gonna have so
what
much
would
to
you
say
get rid
about
of?
this.
And we're already cheating because we have Livia Eve Motherhood as
I
one.
know. I'm glad you admit that is.
Well,
cheating.
also we have Adventures
Oh,
in the Sin
should
Trade as
we
one.
delete all that and put Past and Perfect back?
No, fuck you.
I mean, if we got down to it, I was ready to start arguing that Livia even.
I wasn't actually thinking about it.
Don't compare.
No.
Maybe, but that's the thing though, is that I don't know what to do about that specifically because I don't think that we can have this list with its 10 not include Eve.
That's
Yeah,
Like
that's
if we
point.
delete any of
You
those,
guys are
she's
crazy.
gone.
You guys are
from the
absolutely
list.
insane that you're talking about this. The reason we got rid of Past and Perfect is at least Barais is in the debt.
yeah.
Yeah,
You have
We
to have a
can't get rid of
representation.
Eve.
You can't get rid of like huge parts of Xena's
I
character
know.
and like aspect of her being.
But I feel like there is a difference between best and essential, even though I've
Oh,
kind of
but that's
I've been
wrong
using the
rules.
words
Essential.
Yeah,
that essential Gabs eps was the whole
Yeah.
I know.
crux of that episode.
So what did we have? What do we end up
Yeah,
with?
we have a list of 10.
Sins
All
of
right.
the Past, Callisto, Destiny, The Debts, The Bittersweet, One Against an Army, Sin Trade, Ides of March.
Sintrades.
Sin Trades. We have a couple of, we did a little cheating.
Yeah,
Ides of March, Livia Eve Motherhood as one.
that's the cheat. I
And
think everything
Friends
else is
in Needs.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Printed needs.
Well, as far as a lightning round of just being ruthless, it's not so bad. I think maybe if we talked about it for another 2 hours, we would have a slightly different list.
That was rough.
Yeah, I'm smarting.
Yeah, I feel burnt. Oh, man.
Oh, I think we're gonna get a lot of comments.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your list.
Oh, boy. Well,
okay.
we had a list of 31, and I think that was the real list. And
Yeah.
I need
The
to be
list
on
of
record for
yeah,
this. This
I
is
agree.
bullshit. This is impossible.
The
cannot
Xena
have-
Warrior Princess telling the story of Xena is 134 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can get rid of some of those, but, like, our 31 was fine.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
I think our list of 20 was
Yeah.
probably the most solid.
And our 31 was generous. We could have put more on it. It could have been a list of 40.
Yeah. All right. Well,
We did
our
this.
best. We
was a
tried
fun
our
challenge.
We tried our best.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So all right.
I think
I think that's it.
finito on
Yeah.
this.
Cool.
So let's wrap it up.
All right, so yeah, again, to reiterate, a little break in the main episodes. We should have an update in the Patreon, woohoo, for the Lucilla's IMDb experience upcoming.
It's a good one.
Is it
it's
fucking BSG
It's
finally?
fucking BSG. Fuck yeah.
Yes. All right. So watch some BSG. We are on the internet. So we have a website at xenawarriorpodcast.com, and you can find everything there. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can like it, subscribe, rate, leave reviews, which we love. And then also you can basically listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. So that's cool. And we're on social medias, of which I need to update. Apologies. I am busy at my fucking job. Fuck. So we are indeed on Tumblr, but I will put some posts there, and Instagram, Xena Warrior Podcast. Also Facebook, Xena Warrior Podcast, and then Twitter. That's the other one, Xena Warrior Pod. It's slightly different than the Xena Warrior Pod. That's all.
And our Patreon.
Oh, yeah, Patreon. You can find us over there. We're doing Lucilla's IMDb experience, going through all her stuff, and it's super fun.
The bar.
The passion.
The podcast!